Oh, all right. Oh, shit. I was muted. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. A little bit of choppy area here. Three good trades so far. One we stopped out a little prematurely just because the price action was indicating it was gonna try to push back up to like 20,090 or something. But the moment it got weak at that 70s, got back into short. We have a target to the downside, breakout retests around 20,950, 20,950. Maybe it'll go get down there. We'll see. But overall, I think 20,000 or 19,900 is the ideal chop zone if it wants to consolidate there and continue to push higher, possibly tomorrow. Uh, we'll see. Target to the upside, um, R2 around 20,500, 20,500 overall probably next week if the market wants to stay bullish. We'll see. We're in a chop zone here just because you can see it here on the 5-minute candle, 5-minute charts. You got a breakout retest support right here from this pivot points. You can see that white line, and that's why it's kind of chopping there. Um, I like to trade these spots because it's very responsive. So I aim for 10 to 20 points, quick $200 to $400 per trade, lock it in, and be happy. We're on day number 6 on NQ here, and so we're just gonna slowly build it up. That's all we gotta do, slow and steady. There she goes. She goes lower. Overall target, and this quick little move here, 20,025 possibly. If it drops down quickly, we should get a pretty nice bounce back up. Just a quick little bounce, maybe 20 points. Good day so far. Good day, good day. Good day so far. All right. Okay, we're gonna switch to sim account. So you think it's gonna go up or down? Yeah, but it's going down right now. It's gonna go down to what number? There's numbers on the right hand side right here. Maybe going up? Should we buy? Okay, we'll buy. We're all on camera, I know. Okay, Toby said to buy. So we'll see if we get stop out here. Okay, so like, hey, you're supposed to be on the trade. You're supposed to be on the trade, bud. Okay, your trade's about to get stopped out here. We're in the sim account. We're down 7 points. Oh, it might go up. Look, look. If it hits this red line right here, that means you lost money. Let's see. Let's put a target. Um, maybe 60. Okay, let's put a take profit 60. Well, so far you're red. If it goes below 20, I think you're gonna get stopped out, bud. What do you think? You gonna make money? Okay, this is your trade. You see right here? You see this? The amount right here. You see the dollar amount? Can you read that? If it's red, that means you're negative. If it's green, if it turns green, then that means you're making money. I don't know, you're about to make money here in a little bit. Looks like it's gonna wanna push up. This one, that one with the red, the highlighted. I don't know. But look, it's going green. Oh, you made 20 bucks. Oh, good trade. Oh, never mind. Nope, never mind. It took it away. Huh? Oh no, he's losing now. You, all right, you gotta go, bud. Stop. All right. Well, oh, you're making money. You're making money, dude. Should we? Yeah. Do you want me to sell it? You're making $30 right now. Oh, it was. You want 100 or how much do you want to make? 100 or 200? 200? Okay, so that means we gotta sell at 48. So 48. Oh, no, never mind. Okay. If you don't get stopped out, I'll let you know. If you make money, I'll take you out for dinner. Oh. All right, this is Toby's trade on a sim account. Kind of chopping around this zone here. I think he might be able to lock in some profits here. He might push back up to 50. 20,050. 20,050. I think we should be able to take that. Come on, NQ, push up. He's getting really close and getting stopped out. His stop is at 20,018. I don't know, it's kind of struggling here. I think target to the downside on this quick little move, probably 20,015. Oh, he's gonna get stopped out first. That's always the sad part when you get stopped out and then it goes in your direction. Uh-oh. Chopping around here. Not touching those PAs until I find a better setup. Pretty good. Pretty good so far on those PAs. We're day number 6. We're well above the threshold where we need to be. We're at $5,000 in profits on each accounts. So we're within the consistency rule. Biggest profit of the day. Let me look at Apex here. Biggest profit was 1357. 1357. That was the biggest day. 30% rule. Let me see here. 1370, 1357. 57 divided by 0.3. That puts us at $4,523 required as a total balance to stay within the 30% rules of Apex. So well above that. So that's good. We don't want to make more than 1357 in profits. So that way we stay within the consistency rule. Oh, Toby's trade's about to get stopped out here. This is, I'll mark it on the screen. This is where his stop loss is at 18. Right there, that white line, horizontal line. Kind of want to move it down to like 10. That way we're in the other side of that channel line. Ooh, almost. About to get stopped out. There it is. He just got stopped for a negative $400 trade. Now she's gonna bounce. Ooh. Imagine if we would have stayed on that short trade. We got out on the PA trade at 20,050. We got in short from 70 area. Ooh, look at that sell-off. That sell-off is nice. Wow, that's a good sell-off. Whew, additional 40 points down. That would have been nice. But that would put us making too much money, breaking the 30% rule. Then we'd have to build the account a little bit higher. That's all right. Look at that. That's a nice sell-off. So now I have a high conviction that it can reach this area right here, this 19,950 possibly. Retest that trend line break. Not sure if it's gonna go straight down or it's gonna chop around here, recover that 20,020, retest this area of 20,035, possibly. That way you can build more liquidity. Longs are getting caught. Um, all the dip buyers, thinking market is still pretty bullish. It's gonna get caught in that sell-off. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. It could be. It could have been a liquidity grab. If you look at the hourly candles here, the chart, that could have been a liquidity grab. We still got to fill this gap here. The fair value gap at the 19,600 area. Actually, no, that one's filled. The next fair value gap is 19,750. So it could sweep that low, grab that liquidity, and then chop the rest of the day. Uh, we'll see. I'm still short bias here. Maybe I'll put on one more trade. 20,000 round number here. It's gonna get very responsive. This 20,000 area. 20,000. Blew right through. Let's see. Yeah, 20,020. 20,020 could be a pretty good resistance. And she is just gonna keep going down. VWAP is at 19,980. 19,980. Let's see how that VWAP responds. Oh man, she just keeps on going lower. Once I build my account um, above the 10,000 profit buffer, then I'll start to hold the trades longer. I pretty much identify these key levels of resistance. That's why I was shorting pretty much the whole time here. Just because after that big push, there's always a pullback. You just gotta try to wait for the, patterns, whatever patterns you trade. I try to trade the bear flag, bull flag patterns. So right now you gotta be looking for bear flags. This needs to retest like 20,000, consolidate there, build like a bear flag, and then take it. But she is going straight down to our target here. 19,950. Wow. Holy moly. That is a good sell-off. That is a really, really good sell-off. That is a nice sell-off. You should have caught that. Hit a target to the T. To the T with the orange bubble here. Nice. Holy moly, that was great. What a great target. This is why I'm building this account slowly. Just because, like, these trade right here, I'll be able to hold that much, much longer. Once we have enough buffer, you know, we can put a risk on, maybe 100 point risk, and then being able to ride, one to two R. That way, less trading, less headache, just kind of get in and set and forget, basically. Yeah, we should chop in this area here. 19,950. If we can consolidate above 19,950, this should be able to pump back up. 20,020 area is my number. There's 50 recovery. We can hold above 950. We should be able to push up. Yep, there she goes. There's the rip up. So technically, we could have taken a trade right there. The 940s area, and then count on the 950 to hold, and then push back up. So it might have give us another opportunity here. The 945s. That count's doing pretty well, not really desperate to try to take another trade. That's a beautiful sell-off though. Call it a day. 9 o'clock here. Not bad, not bad. We sat down with a overnight session profit of like 235, I believe. Now we're at 940. Not too shabby. Cross 20 account, as you can see, we're up 18,132. Not a bad day at all. So we got 2 more days. So we got Friday and Monday, and then Monday evening after market close, we should be able to request our payout requests across 20 accounts. That's going to be 50K or 40K. So a $40,000 payout request. Wait for the balance to be taken out of the profits. Once that's taken out, then we're safe to trade again. Um, the goal of this account, I really want to build this account up to like $100,000 each accounts, and then just yeah, just continue getting payout. Definitely got the discipline managed now as far as emotionally and the FOMO and all that good stuff. I try to avoid the market open. Like I did not trade at all from, I mean, I was watching it from like 6 to about 8, 8 o'clock, and then finally decided like, you know what, it's volatility has died down, it's pushed up, all these, fuckery down here of just whipping 100 points randomly. There's the pump here. Avoided all that, and yeah, we saw a setup here in the 1 minute chart. Let's switch over to 1 minute real quick. Ooh, what a mess. Let me clean this up, give you guys a little bit of quick analysis on how I saw this trade. Okay, on a 1 minute chart. So first thing is, let's see here. Overall, first thing is knowing um, why is up here uh, kind of a reversal zone. If you look at the 1 hour chart here, right, we touched that pivot point R1, and then we started getting the first signal. The first signal was this wick candle right here. Let's see. Yeah, this wick candle right here. So once that wicked up, I like to see that at key levels like this. So then I use that as an indication of like, all right, now let's see some weakness after that, right? Like you can't chase this little sell-off, but you want to watch what happens after. So once it got weakness, which is you see here, it starts to get wicks, 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 and then it broke this little trend line right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 candles with symmetrical higher lows, right? And then broke below. Once you break below, right, you got this guy, you broke below, and then push back up. That's where my signal, like, all right, it's getting rejected. Once that got weak, where did I get short? Right here. You can see it right there in the orange dot. We got below the EMA, the 9 and 21 EMA. Took that quick little, gosh, what was that? 20 points? 90 to 80, so 10 points, right? Because that's what we aim for. A quick, easy trade, 10 to 20 points on NQ. I mean, you can just stack them up. And as you can see, it sold off much further, but that was a good signal. From there, what you want to do is start looking for break of bear flags. So bear flags are not perfect, but you just kind of have to, look at a couple candles, ideally 3 to 5 candles, with symmetrical higher lows, and then once that break that higher lows, then that's when it gives you confirmation that the trap has been set, and people are getting stopped out. That keeps the momentum going. Okay. Here, I can kind of give you analysis here. You have kind of like a bull flag kind of situation. You have lower lower lows, and then also lower high, right? This is a trap right here. This is a trap. So if this candle can get above here, get above on this side, this can push to our target, which is target is 20,020. So 20,020, we'll put that there, right? 20,020. Why did I say that? Is because you have the previous consolidation right here that broke below, and that could target. And then you have fair value gap right here too, right? You have fair value gap right here that needs to be in, that needs to get invalidated, which is like it needs to rip up. Okay, there's the break. We should be able to rip up now. We need this candle to close above that trend line. Okay, let me see, trend line right there. It needs to close above that trend line. If we can close above that trend line, we can possibly rip back up to 20. If it does that, the behavior you want to see up here, if you want to continue to be bullish, is the same pattern. You want the same behavior to repeat at that 20 area if you want to continue to go higher, right? If it behaves in a way that it'll just break out, shoot up, and shoot back down, and then consolidate here, you don't want that because that's telling you it's weakness. So what is that doing is building a bigger bear flag, right? Because if you draw that uh, here, right, something like that, that's building a bigger bear flag, which is a much more momentum to the downside. If it breaks below that, then you can shoot down pretty quickly to the next target. And how do you do next target? So what you do is you draw your use this channel right here. So you draw your trend. So this is the trend down right now, and then look for pivot points low. Pivot points low right here. Okay. So this little area right here, this area would be considered as trap zone. People are thinking bullish, right? But it's actually just gonna accumulate longs, trap them. Their stops are down here. Their stops are down here. That gets triggered, and then momentum down, right? Because in able to get out of longs, you have to sell. That picks up the volume on the sell side. And you look left, there's another liquidity down here, which is market is gonna want to liquidity hunt that. Once you grab that liquidity, then it'll just fuck with people. It'll do this, chop, and then rip back up to here. So that's the scenario, and it's play by play situations. Oh, still we're pumping up. We're pumping up here. All right, so let's delete all these drawings. Anyway, there we go. So remember 20,020. 20,020 is the target, right around there. Now that we have a pivot point low, what I do is I do look for the continuation bull. Continuation bull, do your channels, you find your swing high, boom, that's a resistance right there. Possibly if we get above 20, it's actually going to push much higher, which is back to 20,050. So 20,020 needs to consolidate here, which is above this trend line, right? Hit 20, boom, back down to like 20,000, consolidate, and push up. That's a bull continuation. All these shorts that are chasing the sell-off, all these shorts right here, it's getting trapped. So market loves to trap both sides, bulls and bears, to generate that liquidity. That's it. That's the trade analysis 101. That's how I print pretty consistently and then never FOMO into a trade because just trust that there always going to be another setup. Just trust that you didn't miss anything, right? You didn't miss anything. It's just, it's going to set up again. The patterns will repeat itself. And then when it presents itself, you take the trade, right? So if you're looking for a bull, you're looking for an entry, entry level would be ideally down here. What is it, 75? So 75, let's put the sim account here. 75, let's test it out. Boom, we're in. If this thing gets slammed, then basically it's a bad trade. But we want to see it respond here. Overall, your safety net um, is this trend right here. So break below 50, I guess 60. Candle close below 60, invalidates this trade. Look at that, a quick 7 points already on the sim account trade. Nope, it's still heavy. We have overall target to the 20 still, so we have room to the upside from the original analysis. If it sells off in this area here, which is the 20,000 rejection, then continue lower. So we'll look for short if this thing breaks below 60. 60. Can she hold that area? Pretty good entry though. Pretty good entry. 75. Green to red. That makes this like a cheap trade. Like your stop is tight, right? You have key levels identifying if a candle gets on the other side of that line, you can just get out of trade. She's still heavy here. It could be trapping some more longs. Again, if this thing pushes back up to 20,050 and the whole goal is to move it down further, that's a pretty good trap for the longs, right? All the longs are gonna get caught. You see here, they're probably looking at 20,000 as support. Get back above 20,000, people are gonna, pile on the long trades, rip it up to 20,050. They're getting comfortable. They're probably adding into the position, and then break this trend line to the downside, and then they become momentum. They become fuel as a seller down here. And that's how the market fucks with you. The market loves to fuck with people, so just keep that in mind. Green to red, green to red. Let's see. Overall downside 880. 880 is the next support. That's on the hourly 21 EMA. Look at that. 10 points. 10 points. 15. She's going to try to push here. You see how it's respecting that line? What we drew out right there? Every time it touches that zone, it gets pushed back up. Because it has to prove itself. It's either going to hold it or break it. If it breaks, then you have a valid confirmation that this sell-off is continuing, because this higher lows, higher lows, higher lows is no longer valid. It's all about patterns. Patterns, behaviors. But I think I'm gonna call it a day here. I'm happy with that. 940 bucks. Let this sim account trade get stopped out here. There it is. All right, well, sim account got stopped out. Still green, $805. Trading one contract with NQ. Not too shabby. It's gonna hit flatten all just to make sure there's no pending orders. And we're gonna close it out. All right, guys. We'll see you guys hopefully next time. And if you guys have any question, be sure to just, comment it down below. If you guys want to learn my strategy, maybe we can hop on for a session. I'd like to teach more people and kind of get their accounts passed, get to payout, and make some money. But anyway, guys, we'll see you next time. Later.